Holocaust Project, The Evolution of Gas Chambers by Kennedy Tovar, Kylie Alvarez, and Olivia Gallina.
The background behind the evolution of gas chambers. In World War I, they had poisonous gas such as chlorine and mustard gas, and it was first used on a large scale as a weapon. In the 1930s, the Nazis began experimenting with gas for killing individuals deemed unworthy of life. This program targeted people with disabilities, using carbon monoxide gas in stationary gas chambers to murder them. The development of gas chambers for mass murder during the Holocaust was driven by Nazi ideology, which sought the extermination of Jews, Roma, disabled individuals, and others. Victims were often deceived into believing they were going to take showers for disinfection. Gas chambers were sometimes disguised as shower facilities. Victims were crowded into gas chambers and the doors were sealed. Poisonous gas was then introduced, leading to death by asphyxiation or poisoning. The bodies were later removed by special squads known as Sonderkommandos and cremated to hide evidence of atrocities.
The main gas chambers that were used. Number 1, Auschwitz. It was located in Poland and was the largest of the Nazi concentration and extermination camps. It had multiple gas chambers and crematoria where millions of Jews and other victims were murdered. Number 2, Treblinka. Also in Poland, Treblinka had two separate parts. Treblinka 1 was a labor camp, and Treblinka 2 was an extermination camp. The latter had gas chambers where around 870,000 people were killed. Number 3, Belzec. This extermination camp in Poland had gas chambers where approximately 500,000 Jews were murdered. Number 4, Sobibor, another extermination camp in Poland that was responsible for the deaths of around 250,000 Jews. Number 5, Majdanek, located near Lublin, Poland. It was both a concentration camp and extermination camp, where tens of thousands of Jews and other prisoners were killed. And number 6, Chełmno. Situated in Poland, it was an extermination camp where mobile gas vans were used to kill approximately 152,000 people, primarily Jews.
About the gas. Carbon monoxide was used in several extermination camps, including Treblinka, Sobibor, Belzec, and Chełmno. It was generated by gasoline or diesel engines and pumped into sealed gas chambers or mobile gas vans. The mechanism of carbon monoxide is a colorless and odorless gas that inhibits the blood's ability to carry oxygen. The effects on humans. Initial symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning include headache, dizziness, weakness, nausea, and much more. Prolonged exposure to high concentration leads to loss of consciousness, respiratory failure, and death due to hypoxia, which is lack of oxygen. Zyklon B. The use of Zyklon B was used in Auschwitz, and it was originally developed as pesticide and consisted of hydrogen cyanide, absorbed onto pellets that release the gas when exposed to air. The mechanism of hydrogen cyanide interferes with the lungs by inhibiting the enzymes in the mitochondria, preventing cells from using oxygen. The exposure to hydrogen cyanide gas causes symptoms such as headache, dizziness, weakness, nausea, vomiting, rapid breathing, and much more. Severe exposure leads to loss of consciousness, seizures, cardiac arrest, and death. The gas acts quickly, causing death within minutes to an hour, depending on concentration.
The execution process. First was deception. Victims were often misled to believe they were going for showers for disinfection. Then crowding. People were crowded into gas chambers to increase the concentration of the gas. Then introduction of gas. In the case of carbon monoxide, engine exhaust was piped into the chamber. For Zyklon B, pellets were dropped into openings, releasing cyanide gas. Then death. Victims were usually succumbed to the effects of the gas within minutes, though the exact duration varied based on several factors, including chamber size and gas concentration. Psychological and physical impact. Suffering. The process was marked by immense suffering, which victims experienced extreme panic, respiratory distress, and physical agony before death. Then the aftermath. Bodies were typically removed by special units and cremated to hide evidence of the mass murder.
Legacy and honor, remembering the Holocaust. Legacy and remembrance. Post-Holocaust, this gas chamber symbolized the industrial-scale genocide perpetrated by the Nazis. Memorials and museums worldwide, such as the Auschwitz State Museum, preserve these sites and educate future generations about the atrocities, ensuring the victims are honored and remembered. Here are a few images of the evolution of gas chambers.
Thank you. We were grateful to have learned about the tragedy and reality of gas chambers during the Holocaust, and we hope we were able to raise awareness on the topic.